A quiet revolution is underway in Brussels, one that is set to reshape the very foundations of Europe's economic landscape. This transformation isn't happening through dramatic treaties or high-profile summits, but through a bold, forward-thinking plan to overhaul the EU's single market, an initiative that has been years in the making. Today, June 27, 2025, marks the official launch of what many are calling Europe's most ambitious economic project in a generation, a project designed to propel the continent into a new era of prosperity and innovation. The goal is clear: to remove the last remaining barriers that have held back businesses and citizens for decades, unlocking the single market's full, untapped potential, and creating a truly borderless economic space. Picture a Portuguese artisan who can now sell handcrafted goods to customers in Finland as effortlessly as to a neighbor down the street, with no extra paperwork or hidden costs. Or imagine an Estonian tech startup, once limited by a patchwork of regulations, now able to scale its business across all 27 member states, reaching millions more customers without the usual regulatory headaches. This sweeping initiative is Europe's answer to a rapidly changing world, a world where economic powerhouses are racing ahead and where unity and resilience are more important than ever before. The single market has always been the backbone of European integration, driving growth and cooperation. Now, the EU is determined to make it work better for everyone, from small business owners to everyday consumers. The promise is simple but powerful: more jobs, greater consumer choice, and a wealth of new opportunities for entrepreneurs and innovators who are eager to shape Europe's future. At its heart, this project is about reconnecting the European dream with its people, demonstrating that unity isn't just a political slogan, but a force that delivers real, tangible benefits to families and communities across the continent. Of course, the journey ahead will demand political will, tough negotiations, and compromise from all sides. But if successful, the rewards could be nothing short of transformative, reshaping Europe's place in the world. A seamless single market could mean faster trade, easier travel, and more efficient movement of goods and services across borders, driving economic growth for years to come. It could also power the green and digital transitions, helping Europe lead the way in sustainability and technological innovation. And by strengthening Europe's global standing, this initiative ensures the continent remains a key player on the world stage, able to defend its interests and values. This is Europe's moment to be bold, to finish what began over 30 years ago and to build an economy that is truly ready for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. The stakes have never been higher, and the world is watching as Europe steps into a new dawn. So, what is the single market? You've probably heard the term before, but what does it actually mean for people living in Europe, and why is it so important? Think of it as a vast home market for all 27 EU countries, a space where borders matter less and opportunities matter more. It's like turning the entire continent into one big neighborhood where everyone can trade, travel, and connect with ease. Goods, services, money, and people move almost as freely as within a single nation, thanks to the four freedoms. These freedoms are the backbone of the single market, making daily life and business smoother for millions. Free movement of goods means a product made in Italy can be sold in Sweden without extra taxes or complicated paperwork. This makes shopping easier and gives consumers more choices at better prices. Free movement of capital lets money flow across borders, fueling investment and growth. Investors can support businesses anywhere in the EU, and people can manage their finances more flexibly, whether they're at home or abroad. Services: a Polish construction firm can work in Germany, a Greek architect in Belgium. Competition rises, prices fall, and innovation thrives. Companies can offer their expertise across borders, helping economies grow stronger together. And people, EU citizens, can live, work, study, or retire anywhere in the Union. This freedom opens doors for personal growth, new experiences, and a better quality of life. A Romanian doctor can work in France, a Danish student can study in Italy. Students, professionals, and families can follow their dreams across borders, building connections that last a lifetime. These freedoms create opportunity, fill skills gaps, and foster a shared European identity. People from all walks of life come together, learning from each other and building a brighter future. The single market is more than economics. It's about making Europe feel like home for 450 million people. It's about unity, diversity, and the chance to thrive together. That's the power of integration. It's what makes the European Union unique and what keeps it moving forward. The dream of a borderless market is still hampered by invisible barriers, paperwork, conflicting rules, and protectionism. For small businesses, these hurdles are daunting. A French baker faces new packaging laws in Germany. A Spanish lawyer struggles to practice in the Netherlands. Services, the EU's economic engine, remain fragmented by national regulations. Consumers feel it too. Geo-blocking limits digital content and online shopping despite EU efforts. Gold plating, when countries add extra rules to EU laws, creates a patchwork of regulations. This complexity raises costs, discourages cross-border trade, and weakens the single market's foundation. The promise of a truly unified market remains just out of reach. The EU knows it's time to break down these walls. Europe faces a crossroads. Global competition, supply chain shocks, and new crises demand action. The rise of China and the US's tech dominance put pressure on Europe to stay competitive. COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine exposed the risks of a fragmented market and over-reliance on single suppliers. Reports from leaders like Enrico Letta and Mario Draghi highlight lost dynamism, underinvestment, and unfinished integration. The green and digital transitions depend on a strong, unified market. Without it, Europe risks falling behind. Reform isn't optional, it's essential for Europe's future. The time to act is now. The EU's five-point plan for 2025 is a blueprint for revitalizing its economic core. First, aggressively remove barriers. Review and challenge unnecessary national rules, aiming for a true level playing field. Second, boost the services sector by streamlining recognition of professional qualifications and promoting cross-border competition. Third, cut red tape, introduce a one-in, one-out rule for legislation, and create a single digital gateway for business admin across the EU. Fourth, push digitalization, end unfair geo-blocking, unify digital identity, and open new opportunities for digital businesses. Fifth, foster innovation with a bold new legal framework, the 28th regime, offering a single set of EU rules for companies with pan-European ambitions. This plan is Europe's answer to a fast-changing world. The goal, a single market fit for the future. In the digital age, the single market must be as seamless online as offline. The plan builds on past successes, like ending mobile roaming charges, and targets new digital barriers. A unified data economy will let companies share industrial data securely across borders, driving efficiency and innovation. The European Digital Identity Wallet will let citizens access services anywhere in the EU with a single, secure digital ID. The plan also tackles telecom fragmentation, encouraging pan-European operators and faster 5G rollout. A single market for data and common standards will help Europe lead in AI, giving innovators access to the data they need. Digital integration is the backbone of Europe's future competitiveness. The EU is determined to set the global standard. The digital single market is no longer a dream, it's becoming reality. The 28th regime is the EU's most innovative move, an optional EU-wide legal framework for businesses. Instead of harmonizing 27 national laws, companies can opt into a single set of EU rules for specific sectors. For a fintech startup, this means one approval process to operate across the entire union. The 28th regime won't replace national laws but offers a fast track for pan-European growth. It respects national sovereignty while enabling deeper integration where it matters most, like digital services and green finance. If successful, it could become the engine for a truly unified European economy. It's a pragmatic, revolutionary step, cutting red tape and unleashing innovation. The future of the single market may depend on it. Ambition alone won't make the plan a reality. Europe's diversity is both its strength and its challenge. Member states have different economies, laws, and priorities. Consensus will require tough negotiations and compromise. Some countries may resist reforms that threaten national industries or social models. Political will is crucial. Leaders must champion long-term benefits over short-term interests. Implementing the plan means rewriting thousands of laws and ensuring consistent enforcement across the EU. The 28th regime could face resistance. Some fear it creates a two-tier Europe. Success depends on proving it's a tool for growth, not deregulation. The path is complex, but the prize is worth the effort. Europe must unite to deliver on its promise. Despite the many challenges that Europe has faced, economic crises, political disagreements, and global competition, optimism remains high. Europe's single market stands as a remarkable achievement, a testament to what can be accomplished when nations work together. It is already a success story, but its full potential is still unfolding. Since its launch in 1993, the single market has boosted trade between member states, created millions of jobs, and expanded consumer choice for over 450 million people. Goods, services, capital, and people now move more freely than ever before, fueling economic growth and connecting communities. Past reforms, like the rise of affordable air travel and seamless train journeys, demonstrate the transformative power of integration. These changes have made it easier for families to visit loved ones, for students to study abroad, and for businesses to reach new customers. Looking ahead, the ambitious 2025 plan could inject hundreds of billions of euros into the EU economy, creating better jobs, fostering innovation, and opening up new opportunities for people of all ages and backgrounds. For everyday citizens, a stronger single market means lower prices at the checkout, more choices on the shelves, and the freedom to live, work, or retire anywhere within the Union. It's about making daily life easier and more rewarding. For entrepreneurs and small businesses, it's a unique chance to scale up and compete across a vast continent, reaching a market of 450 million people with fewer barriers and more support. A stronger, more unified single market will not only boost Europe's economic power, but also enhance its global influence and strategic autonomy, allowing it to shape its own future on the world stage. The journey toward a fully integrated market will be long and complex, but the vision is clear: a more prosperous, innovative, and resilient Europe that can adapt to new challenges and seize new opportunities. By strengthening and modernizing its single market, the EU is not just securing its own future, it's proving to the world the enduring power of unity, cooperation, and shared ambition. This is Europe's bold bet on itself, a commitment to progress, prosperity, and solidarity, and it's a bet that Europe cannot afford to lose.